Hello and welcome to my channel on human design. I am Richard Beaumont. I've been doing human design for 25 years, 20 of those training professional analysts. So I want to tell you about a time when I was learning human design myself, and I was taking in all the information about the centers and trying, the conceptual center, the emotional center. What does that mean? What it is to have different energy centers, and what's the splenic center all about, and the intuition, and like trying to get to grips with that. And then I'm told the circuitry. What? The circuitry? Really? What, you mean like a circuit diagram? Yes. What? That was a surprise. Along the way, along the journey with human design, you'll be going along and then suddenly you'll get these surprises. Well, that was one for me. And so looking at circuitry, looking at the different ways that the circuits connect the centers is a real key in human design. And today we're going to be looking at the logical circuit. We're going to be looking at facts. We're going to be looking at precision. It's about getting things right or wrong. It's a precision business. It's about helping other people to have an easier life. This is the logical circuit. If you have anything in that circuitry, whether it be a gate or a channel, you'll have some idea of what I'm talking about. It means that you're going to want to make things better. There's an improvement process that goes through logic. It's gradually modulating from, absolutely off the wall wrong to bit by bit by bit, step by step. We get things into alignment and everything works smoother. This is what logic's about. This is where technology comes from. This is where the modern gadgets that we've got come from. How to make life easier. It is highly critical in its nature. It measures, in increments about what is better than something else in terms of its utility and the way that it can move better. It's when you take this critical energy that can spot a word out of place in a sentence or a spelling mistake, and you begin to turn it from what's more functional on the outside towards you. This is something that the 18th gate and the 17th gate people especially know. It's like walking around with an inner bitch, always going, oh, you should have done that. Oh, you could have done that and you didn't. You're a bad person. There's this constant critical awareness that runs through, oh, they shouldn't have done that. Oh, they could have done that, And yet it's necessary. It's necessary for refinement. It's necessary for moving us into a place that is more functional. People that have this energy provide the energy to be able to help all of us, that's everyone, lead a more functional life. Yes, it goes off the rails a little bit if it tries to set the rules too strictly about what is right and what is wrong, and what is human and what is inhuman, what is subhuman. Well, then it gets into its segmentation of priorities and hierarchies. And in that way, it can be an energy that doesn't have much of a heart, an energy that will do the best for the majority. But what about those who are not in the majority? What if they have resources that you need? Well, logic will say the majority are more important than the individuality or the long-standing tribal ways. So there is a kind of a ruthlessness in it as well. It's something to be incorporated in the whole of life. Now, some of you will be purely logical and you know what I mean by the critical awareness. And if you haven't got the exact critical awareness, you know what it is to know how to be precise, to want to make your point, to want to win your argument, to want to bring some ideas perhaps to people that they can follow, that will lead them into a better future according to the perception of where you see the future going. So it's one of those things in human design, you know, looking at the chemistry is very important. You know, it's going to show in every way. It's going to be showing in the small details that the logical people can really like. The appreciation of the fineness of the touches on the end of something that someone's done that makes the whole thing shine out. It's very good at, as I've said, at sequences, and also in that sense in terms of mathematical knowledge and a natural ability to measure in different ways depending on the particular chemistry that you have. So it's very useful. I mean, it's there to be useful. It's there to help everyone. And it's there also, if you have it in you, to accept and to realize that that energy is there to help others, and that you have a natural sharing ability with you to be able to instruct people, to be able to help improve their lives. If it's invited, if they've asked for the instruction, if they're open to the critical awareness to improve what they're doing. If they're not, I wouldn't bother if I were you. If I'm not, if not, then you just hold the solutions and wait for those people with the skills to come along and recognize the depth that's in you. So like everything in human design, it's about accepting everything in you and to see that actually all of us together and each of us have something to contribute to the well-being of the other. You know, logic can be fantastic in terms of helping us to refine our health and our health regimes and become more vital in this life energetically. It has many incredibly valuable things to offer. So for all of you with logic in you, I thank you for it. I accept the instruction that you give, truly given, genuinely given. It's a wonderful thing. If you would like to know more about the circuitry, if you really want to look into it, the courses that I offer on humandesigncourses.com. If you want to get into the nitty-gritty and you know something about human design, but you want to understand this circuitry and all the circuitry, then there's a book on circuitry that is on my website. There's a link below. There is the Rave I Ching that I highly recommend anybody who wants to get into human design and wants to see the qualities of the frequencies, for God's sake. Surely all of you want to know that. But you can look into it, you can see it. It's described in an encrypted form, but it's there. It's the details that are important in logic. And the details are in the Rave I Ching. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, please do remember to like and subscribe and share. And I'll be back again very soon with something completely different. Bye for now.